Every jar of honey on your shelf began right here, inside a beehive. But how does it go from a tiny hive to millions of bottles? Today, we're taking you inside a real honey factory, Kinto, start to finish. This is the complete journey of honey, Undori, from flower to factory to your table. It all starts far from any factory, in open fields and orchards.
Here, honeybees travel from flower to flower, collecting nectar.
Each bee can visit over 100 flowers in a single trip.
They store the nectar in a special part of their body called the honey stomach.
Back at the hive, worker bees pass the nectar to each other, breaking it down with enzymes.
This is where the beekeeper comes in.
A gentle puff of smoke calms the bees before the hive is opened.
Then, carefully, the wooden hive is opened. Inside, dozens of frames heavy with golden honeycombs.
Each frame like this can hold several kilograms of pure honey.
The beekeeper gently brushes away any remaining bees.
And loaded onto a truck, ready for their journey to the factory.
Meanwhile, back at the hive, the bees get right back to work.
Sustainable harvesting means only the ripe, capped honey is taken.
This ensures the colony stay healthy and productive.
Now, the real transformation begins.
The truck makes its way toward the processing facility. Every load is logged and inspected before entering the plant. From here, the honey enters a world of stainless steel and precision. Inside the factory, the honeycomb frames are first inspected for quality. Each frame is covered in a thin layer of wax, sealing in the honey. An uncapping machine slices off this wax layer in seconds. The golden honey underneath is finally exposed. The shaved wax caps are collected separately. Nothing goes to waste.
This wax will later be purified and used for candles and cosmetics.
The uncapped frames are now ready for extraction. This is where gravity Florthen and a little spinning kiwod does the magic. The uncapped frames are loaded into a giant centrifugal extractor. As it spins, centrifugal force flings the honey right out of the comb.
The empty wax comb stays intact, undamaged, ready to be reused by bees. Below, the raw honey collects at the bottom of the tank.
A valve opens, and the honey begins its slow, golden flow. It flows through stainless steel pipes toward the next stage.
This is raw honey, thick, unfiltered, and full of natural texture. Small bits of wax and pollen are still mixed in at this stage. So next, it heads to the straining and filtration stage. Multiple extractors work at once to process large volumes efficiently.
Nothing is rushed. Quality honey takes patience.
The raw honey first passes through a coarse strainer. This removes larger particles like wax fragments and bee parts. Next, it flows into a fine filtration tank for a second, deeper clean.
This step removes microscopic air bubbles and remaining impurities.
The honey is left to settle, allowing any last particles to rise or sink. Factory technicians monitor every tank closely. What comes out is smoother, clearer, and ready for the next step.
Some factories keep it raw here in Tudor, but many gently warm it next.
This next step is all about preserving shelf life without losing flavor. The honey is gently warmed in a temperature-controlled water bath. This step, called light pasteurization, kills any wild yeast. It also prevents the honey from crystallizing too quickly.
Too much heat would destroy the natural enzymes and flavor.
Once warmed, the honey is rapidly cooled again.
This locks in the natural aroma and golden color.
Now it's time to make sure every batch meets the highest standard.
In the lab, technicians test each batch for purity. A refractometer measures the exact moisture content.
Honey with too much water can ferment, so this step is critical. Samples are also checked for color, aroma, and natural sugar levels.
Every batch is logged with a unique traceability code.
Only honey that passes every test moves forward.
From here, it's finally ready to be bottled.
The bottling hall hums with quiet, precise machinery.
Empty glass jars move down the conveyor in perfect rows. A filling nozzle pours a precise amount of honey into each one.
Not a single drop is wasted.
An automated capping machine seals each jar tightly.
Then comes the label Centrifugal, with the brand, batch number, and ingredients.
Each jar is inspected one final time before leaving the line.
The jars are then packed carefully into shipping boxes. Boxes are sealed, stacked, and labeled for delivery. From hive to jar, every step has led to this moment.
Pallets of finished honey are moved into the warehouse.
Soon, trucks will carry them to stores around the world. From a single flower to a single bee to your kitchen table. And that's the incredible journey of honey.